everyone and welcome to the Eva channel. My name is Marwa, aka Miss English Teacher. Here you will find everything you need to learn English. In today's video, well, you got a hint here, like, doo-doo! So I'm teaching you not only new expressions with Stranger Things, but also a little bit of grammar, even though, if you know the difference. And at the end, also I'm teaching you the difference between the imperial system and the metric system. So like inches, centimeters. Do you know the difference? So before we get started, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel to motivate me and make more of these videos. Let's get started with the first expression.
Has it ever occurred to you that we don't want to be popular?
So you want to be stuck with the nerds and freaks for 3 more years?
We are nerds and freaks!
Oh yes, we're nerds and freaks. Nerds, actually this is not very nice. Like, you shouldn't call someone a nerd or a geek, but these are very hardworking students and they are usually socially a little bit awkward. They're not very, they don't have many friends and they are a little bit different. I want to know, what kind of student are you? So as we said, there are the nerds and the freaks. Freaks like monsters, right? Or freaks, but there are more weird kids, strange kids, right? Kids who other kids don't want to really spend time with.
Some of the kids think he's weird.
Then you have the class's clown. The ones that are making jokes, making fun of the teacher and giving teachers a hard time. Then you have the popular kids. Popular kids are usually sporty athletes or cheerleaders. Yeah. And everybody wants to be their friends and want to be invited to their parties. We also have bullies. Bullies are the kids who would beat you up and take your pocket money. You know, they'll be like, Reggie, give me all your money. Pew, make fun of you. Nobody likes bullies. And another one are teachers' pets. Now, teachers' pets, they're lovely students who sit always at the front, and when teachers like me make bad jokes, they laugh so hard and usually do their homework. If the teacher asks for volunteer, I don't know, to print stuff, they're like, oh, me. So these are the different types of students. What type of student were you? Next, I'm explaining to you the difference between the imperial system and the metric system. This information is totally worth sharing with a friend. While in the whole world, people use the metric system, in the US, the imperial system is still used. So what is the difference? Instead of using centimeters, you should use inches. 1 inch equals roughly, approximately 2.5 centimeters.
I kept it open. I kept the door open 3 inches.
So if somebody asks me, how tall are you? In Europe, I'd say I'm 1.70 meters, but in the US, I would say I'm 5'7" right? So I'd say I'm 5'7". So foot and inches, they're more or less like, foot I think is 30 centimeters or so. But this is not the only difference. For example, if you are talking about weight, you are going to use grams or kilograms in Europe, but you would use pounds or ounces in the US. So a pound is roughly half a kilo or 450 grams. Also, we use liters in Europe, but you would use gallons or pints in the imperial system. And last but not least, for temperature, while in Europe they use Celsius, in the US they use Fahrenheit. So these are the differences, the main differences, I would say, between imperial and metric system. Let's watch this together.
Well, even though you're a bench riding loser, you're still my brother. Just the facts.
She says to him, even though you're a loser, you're still my brother. I don't know if you know even though, but even though is synonym of although. And the rule is very simple. You use it when there is contradiction. Let me give you another example to make it clearer. Today is very hot. Logically, you should wear short sleeves, right? Then you see someone wearing a coat. Okay, so even though it's hot, comma, he's wearing a coat. Although it's hot, he's wearing a coat. The same. Remember, we need a comma here. Or we can change the position completely and say, he's wearing a coat, although, even though it's hot. Notice, we can put them in the beginning of the sentence or the middle, but at the end, we're gonna use only though. It's hot, he's wearing a coat, though. And this is how you use it to show contradiction. Don't forget your comma, and you can use it interchangeably like although. Okay? This monologue and scene was one of the most epic ones. That's why we're gonna go over some words together to help you understand it better.
I could not close off my mind and join in the madness. I could not pretend.
So he says, I could not pretend. Pretend means to act in a different way than it truly is. Let's say you are sad, but you act, you show that you are happy. So you are pretending to be happy. It's not true, but that's how you behave. Next one is he pretended, he could not pretend, and he needed to restore balance.
I could make my own rules. I could restore balance to a broken world. A predator.
Balance is when things are equal. To have the same weight on both sides so that our things are equal. And restore balance means that balance was lost and he's going to bring it back. Thank you very much for watching today's video. In my next video, I am teaching you some colloquial language with Rick and Morty. So stay tuned and see you and take care. Bye.